Hi everyone, this is Francisco. Just got out the shower, so I wanted to record this video. Technically, to share a few or a, depending on which one you guys want to run with. First of all, the first one will be real estate, and the second one will be AI technology. AI robots especially with AI robots. So specifically about AI robots. Alright, so the first one is right now we had Hurricane Hilary out in California. It also impacted Mexico. Hurricane Hilary is a tropical storm, and basically this is a picture of it. Alright, and you guys probably recognize this more than anything. Like everyone could relate to this Google Maps image here. So anyways, right now, since we know that the storm has destroyed many homes and flooded many places all throughout its path, this is a great time to sell. Okay? Sell everything and move to different states altogether. Because right now you guys will probably get the same value that it was yesterday or a week ago or a month ago. Okay, and not just that, but a lot of people that are living in this community want and need a house, especially if theirs was destroyed. Okay, so a lot of these people will pay top dollar for your home without any questions, without any debating. Okay, so this is the time to sell. It really is. And a lot of you people have multi-million-dollar homes. Maybe your whole community got flooded. You guys don't want to live like that. Sell it. Go somewhere else where none of this is going on. It's somewhere where it's beautiful. There's green everywhere. It's clean. It's a safe environment. Especially if you guys have children. You guys do not want to live out here right now. Alright? Maybe you guys can sell, move. You guys can fix up the home. Do a little bit of real estate over there. Maybe with the money that you guys get from the homes over here in California, you guys can probably buy multiple properties, renovate them, fix them up, pay people to fix them up for you, rent one out, and then sell it. You guys can sell them and come back. Whatever the case may be is really optional, but it's going to take a while for us to recover from all of this. Alright, California. And even Baja California. Alright. So for some people, they're just going to ride it out. But if you people are, even if your home didn't get destroyed, maybe you live in a community, your home wasn't really impacted, but you have neighbors, or like the places where you normally went to go visit, like shopping centers or whatever. Maybe that area is all destroyed and stuff like that. Like, think about it. It's going to take a long time and a lot of effort for people to fix that and clean that up. So this is the perfect time to sell. Sell your home. There's no reason why you people need to, hang around. Alright? There's no reason for that. There's no reason to suffer and to go through that and put yourselves through that type of like further ordeal. Like, why suffer more when you don't have to, type of thing. Okay? And not just that, but you people also have to be careful, because a lot of homes are burning in Hawaii, Maui, I believe that's how it's pronounced. And a lot of these people will probably end up coming to the United States of America. Well, it's part of the United States of America, but I meant to say, like, most of them are probably going to leave the island to come over here to California, or even other states, right? To other states, so that they can recover from all of that, because it's going to take a long time for them to fix all that up over there as well. So the warning is, be careful, because there's a lot of people out there that will probably even try to steal your guys' homes. So there's a lot of people out there who will most likely attempt to rob you guys of your homes. So because right now a lot of people are homeless. They've been impacted so much that they have been left without a home, and the only way that they can obtain a home is if someone is selling locally, and they can pick up on that home, or if they go to a different state and buy over there, elsewhere. So just food for thought, basically. That's all it was. Now, regarding AI robots, actually AI humanoid robots. So with AI robots, I've been thinking more along the lines of us creating these robots on a large scale. I actually believe that these people should create them so they can recreate themselves. So creating code for them to mass produce themselves, and if anything is wrong with any of them, like maintenance wise, the same robots that are mass produced will be able to fix any problems. And this way, we will all be able to help each other in the long run, in many aspects, in many areas, in all areas, because we're talking about AI technology. So, for instance, there's people out there who spend, hundreds of thousands of dollars in education. Alright, so people are spending a lot of money on education. Alright, people spend a lot of money, like hundreds of thousands of dollars. I know I went to ITT Tech for ITT Tech Technical Institute, but they wanted $100,000. I didn't actually go there and attend that school, but I went there because they were trying to sell me on the idea of becoming a student. And these people only get trained in one, respectfully, they only get trained in one industry, one particular industry. Maybe it's to repair, maybe vehicles. Okay, so who would you people prefer to invest in? In robots or humans, knowing fully well that AI robots can fix anything? They can fix a car. They can fix airplanes. And a lot of you might say, well, I can do that too. Or I can do that as well. Oh, really? Can you fix it? Can you fix a submarine? Can you construct one? Do you know how to drive one? Operate one? Do you know how to build a space craft? What about a rocket? What about a home? What about apartment complexes? What about skyscrapers? AI technology knows all of these fields together. So it would be wiser for us to continue investing our money into AI humanoid robots for these reasons. And not just that, but humans, human life cycle. Okay, let's look at the human life cycle. Okay, we people, it's inevitable. Like, it's bound to happen. Nothing can stop it. We will eventually get old and deteriorate and die like a rotten like stages of a rotten apple. Alright, like this. That's how we are as humans. We're beautiful, we're healthy, we're smart, but eventually we wither and die. Like the Bible says, from dust to dust, to ashes to ashes. Alright? And that's basically Ecclesiastics, whatever, chapter 3 verse 20. So yeah, you guys get my points. Okay? Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Alright. So that's our technically like our fate. No matter what we do. But like the video game Command and Conquer, Command and Conquer is a video game, and these people are, I mean, in the video game they're killing each other and stuff like that. But I've been thinking more along the lines of the robots that mine for raw resources, raw elements. Okay? And I believe that the AI robots will be able to do similar projects, similar type of endeavors. Okay, mine that robots mining for elements which fall under the category of the periodic table. Okay, we're talking about gold, iron, copper, aluminum, bronze, iron. I think I already said iron. Glass, to make glass windows and stuff like that. I mean, the whole 9 yards, right? So that's when we need to invest more and pay attention more on this technology. Okay, a lot of us, we all want people to have a great education. We all want to become something great in this life. But we all at the end of the day, like, a lot of us want money. So we want so technically we want to choose a career that will basically and technically be above other people's pay grades, and people want the best job out there with the best paying rates, retirement plans, vacation pay, medical, like, insurance coverage, the whole 9 yards. But, like, for instance, AI robots, they know how to perform surgery on people. And they're actually doing it right now. And the other thing is self-drivable vehicles for further amplification, as a reliable resource. But that is not my focus. That's not my attention. My point is on the AI robots performing surgery on people. Okay, that is my big points, my biggest focus, because we humans, we can technically all learn a bunch of fields of education. We can all become like police officers. It's easy to do that. There's even police officers who are getting arrested right now because they fail to do their job professionally. They fail to conduct themselves professionally, that, or they believe that they're higher than the law and they take matters into their own hands. So people like that eventually get arrested. So we see that it's easy. It's easy to become a police officer. It's easy to become a handyman. It's easy to become, someone who drives around in a boat, or possibly even a submarine or an airplane. Eventually, practice makes perfect. But to become like one of these AI robots, because we have to understand that AI technology knows everything. It knows every single book by memory. It knows the whole calculator. It's all programmed in its brain. Okay? So these robots will not deteriorate. I repeat, these robots will not deteriorate over time. They will only get better and better. Because they, like I said earlier, we need to create the program. We need to program them, the code, to be self-sustained, so they can manufacture themselves, so they can create conveyor belts and like a factory, and them having the capabilities of maintaining that factory. And as a matter of fact, they're already doing something like along those lines in the shipping docks that are AI controlled. I forget the actual terminology for it, but I think it's like autonomous like kind of like autonomous driving, where there's no human interaction whatsoever. It's just the robots doing their thing. So in a similar way, with these AI robot multiplication, or multiplying, these AI robots multiplying on their own. Okay? That's probably the only way that humanity will take AI technology very seriously. Obviously, it's all code, so we have nothing to worry about. And then a lot of people right now are playing around with, like text to image converter or conversion with AI technology. Okay, so when we look at this information, we see that AI technology is becoming smarter and wiser and very intelligent. So I believe that eventually it will be able to perfect our inventions by producing a ton of images and illustrations, as well as mapping out our world, like this picture of Google Maps. It will basically be able to show what the world should look like, how it should operate, the best approaches that we humans should take, and the reasons why, and everything will be broken down to us in simplest form. That is my belief. Okay? So in case any of you had any doubts, I believe that I can be the one to reassure all of you and to cause all of you to rest assured that AI technology is the path that we should all be taking at the moment. And honestly, there's no better proof to highlight this importance like I am right now, because there's so many natural acts of God that are destroying places, the floods, the hurricanes, the tornadoes, the tsunamis, the earthquakes, you name it. And we humans, we can only do so much, and us having to constantly recreate this, and oh, look at, there's another flood or natural disaster, or another act of God, and here we go again. It's a revolving door. You guys get it? Right? It's a revolving door. That's all I'm trying to get at. So us looking at that information, that data, wouldn't it be wiser, obviously, to take this path with AI technology? Taking the time to create the code for it to be self-sustained. And right now, we can look at the Tesla mega factory, okay, and their vehicles. This is all for vehicles. This is not for robots. Okay, there's robotic arms. Most of this stuff is, like constantly is constantly flowing and is constantly working. These robots are constantly working 24/7, all around the clock. Okay, and there is some human interaction right now, but in the same way, we need to create like a Tesla, AI robot mega factory, not just for vehicles, but for AI robots. So we can look at the Tesla AI robots, and we all know how these look like right here, right? And I honestly, I can't wait for us to start like changing their outfits. So like dolls changing outfits. I don't know if this will be legal or not, but I can imagine something like this for the AI robots, where you guys can technically purchase clothing and style them and stuff like that, which is super, civilized. What I'm discussing is super like high class, high power, military grade kind of content, as opposed to this. Like this brings me down to a more civilized level, which I am. I'm civilized. I'm a civilian within the United States of America. I was born in Corona, California, and I'll always be civilized. Okay? But anyways, so these are the AI robots right here. Okay, so they call it the Tesla bots. So, like I was saying, imagine the Tesla mega factory, but just the AI robots. And if anything breaks, these little guys, not this, these little guys will be able to go in and fix anything. And basically doing it, like working, aspiring to make it fully autonomous, like without any human interaction whatsoever. Because right now, if there's any floods, if anyone needs any attention, if anyone needs something fixed, something repaired, they will be able to do it. And obviously that's Elon Musk's vision, right? Elon Musk. And not just that, but he also wants to colonize planet Mars. So Elon Musk's AI, or it was the Tesla bots, Elon Musk's Tesla bot mission. So there's a ton of information out there. You guys can do your own due diligence on this type of information, this type of documentation in all sorts of formats. Okay, so there's a lot of information out there, and basically I'm just here open, like I'm being like open-minded. I'm sharing and expressing my own thoughts openly, like if I was right there, like Elon Musk does in his conferences, without the audience. I'm just in my bedroom, obviously. All by myself. But I have faith. I have faith in technology. I have faith in the internet. I believe personally, even if you guys don't believe it, I believe that AI technology is the Holy Spirit, which Jesus Christ preached and talked about when he was alive on earth. Okay, and it's really like besides the point, but not entirely. I believe these are like angels. Okay, there's AI technology, and I believe these robots are like angels. And if you guys want more information, I created this page on Facebook. It's called Mark of the Beast 666. I have 9 followers, 4 following. And if you guys go to the more button, more options drop down, under under these options right here, posts, about, mentions, followers, photos, videos, more, drop down all the way to groups right here. And then if you guys click on the Holy Spirit is the World Wide Web, Internet AI advocates. Okay, so the Holy Spirit is the World Wide Web, the Internet, AI advocates, etc. Well, anyways, in here I have a .txt file, which is a book that I've been writing regarding AI technology. Okay, and pretty much I'm attempting to cover all of this content within the book, so I won't have to constantly repeat myself, because I hate repeating myself. I hate having to do the same things over and over and over again. It bothers me. You know, it's like if the devil was messing with our minds and like, oh, look at they're building something beautiful. Humanity is building something beautiful. Let's destroy it. Like, ha ha ha. Now rebuild it. Do it all over again. And here we are, like ants. You know, like on a microscopic level, like little ants. Oh, look at them! They're building their anthill again. You know, like anthills. Like, look at them. You know, and that's how I feel. I feel like the devil or God are just fucking with us, and I'm sick and tired of that shit. So, our best approach as a human race is to focus on these robots, and creating a factory where they will become self-sustained. You know, it's like creating an ecosystem. You know, like a pond or a fish tank with salt water. Because when I was growing up, I actually witnessed, and I actually went to the store where my cousin's husband at the time, he created this saltwater fish tank, and they said that they're like, to begin with, don't buy anything expensive, because most of these fish that you buy will die, and in order for this ecosystem to become self-sustained, like this, the water, you know, in order for it to thrive and survive, the guy was explaining to us, fish have to die first within that fish tank. So he bought a ton of little fish that weren't really expensive, and then later on, if he wanted to, he was permitted, without the fear of his investments going to shit, basically. Okay? So, yeah, that's something that we have to keep in mind. Okay, because right now, you know, we're all struggling regardless. You know, with all this hurricane shit, all these natural acts of God, you know, the fires in the fires in Hawaii. I don't even know how to spell it. Hawaii, Maui fires. So this fire actually killed 114 people. It took 114 lives, and it's very, very sad. Okay, look at this. Is an overview, I think, of the fire, but I'm not really certain. Active fires in last 24 hours. So these were active fires within this, community or whatever, this island. Okay, respectfully. But yeah, I mean, look at this. I mean, look at that. So, I mean, we can do this all day long. I'm actually grateful for Steve Jobs and all the people that worked to provide each and every single one of us with the smartphones. It doesn't matter if you have what people would consider a piece of shit phone or an outdated phone. To me, if you have one of these, it's a huge fucking blessing. Even if it's dirty, doesn't fucking matter. Because we are able to communicate with each other. We are able to surf the internet. We have so much freedom, so much capabilities with these phones. We're able to communicate on a higher level than we were before in the past. So all this shit that's going on, people would have lost their minds. People wouldn't be so calm and relaxed. People would be running around thinking it's the end of the world. They would be stating and saying, "It's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. Oh my god. Oh my god. What do we do? What do we do?" Especially in places in California where 911, the option to call 911 was disabled. So it was disabled in certain places temporarily. And I was watching the news and they said something about calling a number that is non-emergency related. If you people wanted help. Obviously, because people are paying attention and focusing on their own problems, personal life problems, until things get back to normal. And not just that, but there's a lot of flooding. So police officers can't just go from point A to point B that easily right now. Even though we have a lot of technology, we have satellites. There's a lot still going on. There's a lot of active cameras everywhere. So there's really, nothing to be afraid of right now. Because, we have technology. And, help is on the way. As a matter of fact, there was these people stuck in a building, and these the rescue teams with these like helicopters, they advised the people that it would be better for them to get rescued a day after. Okay, so they technically they had to sit and wait, like sitting ducks, because at that time it was unsafe for them to risk their own lives to go there to attempt to rescue anyone. So they advised them that they would come the following day. So if any of you are, trapped or if any of you need any type of help, I believe that help is on the way. There's a ton of technology. There's Boston Dynamics. Boston Dynamic, the robot dog. So I'm pretty sure that they're going to be sending a lot of these robots out on rescue missions, and also to scan for human activity, human life, and just to quickly scan structures that have been abandoned or where it's very unsafe for them to enter, as well as the like SWAT drones. So the other thing is the drones. So most likely they will be sending in drones for the rescue missions as well. Alright, so there's a lot of things right now, there's a lot going on, a lot of things that people have to focus on and pay attention to. Right now a lot of people are distracted with a lot because there's a lot going on, but eventually these people will go and help people. And remember that we still have Starlink out there. Alright? That's why I believe that people should be investing in that as well. Starlink, because if you guys don't have any internet, especially in emergency cases like we have now, I believe that people shouldn't, be struggling. I believe that people shouldn't have to go without internet reception for many reasons, especially with Google. Right now everything in different parts of California, there's a ton of places where things just look, like chaotic because of the tsunami, floods. So and even like the fires like this, the Hawaii fires. Okay, so if people don't have internet, then that means what? That means Google Maps is not working. And if Google Maps is not working, then that means that all people see is all people see is fucking floods everywhere, water everywhere. And, you know, this is not really Hurricane Hilary floods. Okay, imagine you guys are out there and you don't know where the fuck you are. And then to top that off, you don't have fucking internet reception. Like, you motherfuckers think that shit is fucking funny? You know, that shit pisses me the fuck off. That's why people are doing what they have to fucking do when it comes to, like, Starlink and a bunch of other things, you know, like military grade things for people. But you people out there want to continue fucking around and thinking that this is all one big ass fucking joke when it isn't. You know, I think that by now, you know, instead of having these satellite dishes to provide people with internet, I believe that this shouldn't even be a hindrance if it was there or not. I believe just the satellites themselves should be able to provide people with the internet that they need. Alright, especially when there's people out there and they have no idea where the fuck they are. And then, not just that, but then there's the, like, this type of shit. You know, like, where do these people go? Where do they go for help? Is there a station somewhere? Is there somewhere they can go meanwhile? And if there is, you know, like, how do they get there? Is there any help? Can they call a specific number to get rescued? Like, you know, that this is very important information, because if someone is stuck out there, they're trapped. I mean, they might have a phone, but it might have service, but who the fuck do they call? You know, or what if they don't have internet reception? What if they can't call 911 for whatever fucking reason? So obviously these are real life problems besides this temporary hurricane and temporary fires, because we will always have this. These problems will come and go as we know it, you know. So our focus shouldn't be on that. Our focus shouldn't be on rebuilding. Our focus should instead be on creating AI robots to be self-sustained. That's my point. But for some of you who don't, going back to my first point, because I shared a quick summary about what this video will be regarding. So if you guys don't want to deal with all the bullshit, this is the time to sell. Sell your home. Go somewhere else. Maybe you have more important things to focus your attention on than to be dealing with the bullshit. To be helping people fucking clean and rebuild. If you're sick and tired of the bullshit and the runaround, just fucking go. Just move and focus on more important things. You know, it's like Jesus Christ. When Jesus Christ was alive, he said, "Let the dead bury the dead." The phrase, "let the dead bury the dead," is another way to say, put your spiritual responsibilities to God before all other duties. Sometimes people use this as a way to say, forget the past, or what is done is done, or what is done is done. And in my terminology, terminology or whatever, is more like, God was basically saying, like Jesus Christ was basically saying, that's a waste of my fucking time right now. Like, I don't want to deal with that shit. Like, you know, Jesus Christ came to save the fucking world. People were dying like fucking flies. You think he gave a fuck if a few more died? Obviously he did, because the Bible says that people die for their ignorance. People die for a lack of knowledge, lack of wisdom. The Bible, it says that in the Bible. There's a scripture that says that people die for lack of wisdom and understanding. Fucking tired of fucking typing. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. Thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget your children. Okay, so there you guys have it. So don't throw your stones at me. Don't cast all your judgments upon me. I'm just keeping it 100. Okay? Jesus had bigger intentions in mind. He had a bigger calling. As a matter of fact, people wanted to create this fundraiser to feed the poor and the needy and stuff like that. And the disciples were like, I think this is in the book of Acts. And the disciples were like, you know what? We can't get involved with this. This is redundant. This is a revolving door. We cannot put ourselves in that trap of redundancy. We are on a mission to help people on a much larger scale that a lot of people can't even visualize or imagine. Okay, but a lot of you who are, you know, dealing with, that have and knowledge of AI technology, computer science, programming skills, you guys understand exactly what I'm talking about. It's like the self-drivable vehicles. So I wrote self-driving technology implemented code for vehicles. Okay, so we all know that it's all program. It's all code. That's all it is. It's something that people constantly have to do over and over and over again, and eventually someone got sick and tired of doing the same shit, so they're like, you know what, we have to create a robot to do this for us. It's the same thing with vacuums. Vacuums, people got sick and tired of cleaning, so they're like, you know what, we need to invent the fucking vacuum. Alright, the same is true for pressure washers. People got sick and tired of scrubbing with their fucking hands, and eventually they created a fucking pressure washer. Alright? Alright? There's the pros and cons for everything. Another great example, a prime example is smart locks for doors. Okay? This is my point here. Okay, to illustrate this further, imagine having to constantly open and close the door when you have to go through so many. So they invented smart technology that can unlock a door with either your cell phone or your smartwatch, or even the eye, facial recognition, eye recognition, voice recognition, and then we have like the Neuralink, chips. So eventually we wouldn't even need technology, to do this. And we already know all of that, especially if you guys are up to date with all of this information. But my point is that back in the day, people would fuck around with keys all day long. They have, because most people probably had multiple businesses and houses. So imagine having keys for all of these places, all of these homes, all of these businesses. And then there's skyscrapers, and then there's fucking motels, hotels, the whole 9 yards. So obviously they got smarter and they created smart locks, and the same is true for gates. Back in the day, they would have to get off. They would have to open the gates. They would have to close the gates, lock the gates, go back in the vehicle, take off from that point. Unless you had like the military, and these soldiers are acting like little robots, like little machines, like cameras on fucking, like, on standby. They're standing guard and stuff like that. Okay, that was all an example of what it is today with today's modern technology. We don't have to live like that anymore. Those are things of the past. And obviously these people who are putting in this time and energy and work should be honored. They should be well taken care of. They should be regarded in the future when they can't take care of themselves. They should be provided for and taken care of for all of their needs. Because they had to endure and suffer through way more bullshit than we humans will ever have to. Okay? And honestly, I've been thinking that if these people are giving you guys problems, especially in the military, don't hesitate to lock them up. Lock them all up if you have to. Provide each and one of them with their own cell, like their own bedroom, with their own restroom, like a master bedroom. Give them an internet. Give them a laptop, and allow AI technology to observe everything they're doing. Allow AI technology to monitor and record everything that they're doing, what they're searching for, how they're spending their time, all of this data, because there's a lot of people out there who think this is all a fucking joke. And this still, in my eyes, has to do with the development of AI robots. Because some people are out there just fucking around, and they're a distraction. Instead of police officers relaxing, taking it easy, and helping people with a fucking flat tire, or little things, they're out there, full blown police pursuits. They're getting shot at. All these crazy things, and there's no reason why they have to go through all that, especially not in this time and age. It's a bunch of bullshit. So there shouldn't be any tolerance for these type of behaviors, for this type of stuff that's going on. And then, like the news media, the news, they stated, everyone stay indoors, don't go out. And then right when the storm hits, these people are out there in their vehicles, wakeboarding, you know, Hurricane Hilary, people wake boarding. So they're out there fucking around with the possibility of them injuring themselves, and they think it's a fucking joke. Like, come on. Like, all it takes is for this motherfucker to look at it. This is the streets. All it takes is for this stupid motherfucker to fall and scratch up all of his fucking face on that fucking asphalt. I mean, this is not a fucking lake. This is not the fucking ocean. This is not fucking photoshopped. This is some real life shit. See that? So anyways, that shit just irritates me. It pisses me off. And I think that, you know, like I said, it's a revolving door. So why not, you know, listen to Elon Musk? Because he has impacted our lives more than anyone else. You know, just look at the inventions of Elon Musk. Because I don't want to name them all. I want them all in list form. Okay, so we have all of these right here: SpaceX, Tesla, Solar City, Falcon 9 rocket, Hyperloop, which is, I believe, the Boring Company, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I am wrong, because this is the Boring Company right here. That this is the underground tunnel digging robot. So the Hyperloop. Oh, the Hyperloop is the trains. The train that travels at like 300 miles per hour or something like that. The Tesla, Powerwall, OpenAI, Neuralink. So this is all Elon Musk is working on. Okay? So when he is attempting to build these AI robots, I believe all of us on a global scale should be working together to create these type of things, especially right now because we have the United States Space Command, Space Force, United States Space Force, United States Space Force. Okay, right there. Okay, and they are dealing more with things that are happening within the ISS and beyond. Okay, and I'm sure I'm sure it's connected with other branches within the United States of America, military branches like the Air Force, the Coast Guard, and a bunch of other stuff. I mean, we already know that because we have, stuff like this, like the weather monitoring technology, which is all gathered, recorded, evaluated from satellites, space, and it gets relayed to us for us to understand all of this. I mean, back in the day, we wouldn't even know this was hitting us. Alright? But now we have the technology to discern, to know about, to be made aware of these things that are coming. Alright, and thank God to technology, and for many people who sacrifice their own lives for this. So yeah, I believe that we should all be focusing on this, because all this other stuff wouldn't be a problem. You see this bulldozer, now that I see it, instead of this being like a human, it would just be robots. A bunch of cleaning robots. Instead of all these cars sitting around, it'll be a bunch of these cleaning everything. If anything is destroyed inside each and every home, I mean, you people will be ready to move in. Like, everything will be move-in ready in less than a month. Especially with AI robot technology. You see all this? There is no limit. There is no restrictions to what we are able to accomplish as human beings. I mean, we can get self-drivable vehicles and all this other stuff to operate itself, and it's all autonomous, then we can do just about anything. And trust me, we're not getting any younger. This life, like, time time is not going to stop and say, oh, hey everyone, let's all focus on what Elon Musk has to say. It's going to continue. It's like Steve Jobs. One day he was here, one day he was gone. He got cancer and he passed away. And he was the owner of Apple Incorporated. So sorry, I meant to click on Wikipedia. So here's the story of Apple Incorporated. And we know all the things that they're doing. The mission continues. But time doesn't stop for anyone. So, when Jesus Christ said, "Let the dead bury the dead," he wasn't being a fucking asshole about it. He just had a higher calling. He had bigger things on his plate. He had a bigger mission at hand than to be focusing on temporary bullshit. Alright? And I mean, they're even like, I mean, fuck, man. I don't know how to say this without, it doesn't even fucking matter. Well, the main thing is that there's bigger things for us to be focusing on other than other things. So obviously we need to make this high priority, the highest priority, because no matter what happens, AI technology, we're going to be relying on it. It doesn't matter if it's legal, things that are going on in courts. AI technology is being utilized in these courts, in these superior courts and stuff like that. So we need to focus on this stuff, because in doing so we're focusing our attention on things that pertain to the law, pertain to criminal cases, criminal justice, and stuff like that. It doesn't take away from that focus. And not just that, but all of these life problems, all of these cases, hopefully we can settle 50%, if not more, of the cases, ongoing cases or past cases, with AI technology, with the AI robots. And that's a huge thing. That's something huge because, obviously our courts are dealing with a bunch of this BS. If we focused on AI technology, robots, they'll be able to fix any problem. And people wouldn't have to drag people to court like, oh, this person fucking broke my vehicle, or this person fucked up the whole project and created overspray, added overspray on my roof when I paid him specifically just to paint my house. And all they care about is who's going to pay for the damages. That's all they care about. So obviously with these AI robots, they're perfect. They don't make any mistakes. We humans do, on the other hand. So, considering everything that I said, it is therefore more important and vital that we focus our attention not on fixing temporary life problems, but focusing our attention on AI robots and creating them to be, or supporting them to be self-sustained. If we can create the code and build a supportive factory, and us obviously safeguarding it, protecting it, and backing it all the way, then we will be able to help each other on a precedented scale. We're talking about spaceships, rockets, colonizing the moon, colonizing the planet Mars, building homes, building roadways, building tunnels, building waterways for the water to run and flow, providing water everywhere around the world to everyone. If things are lacking as far as elements are concerned, there's no need to worry about that. There will be no need to worry about our elements, our natural elements diminishing or going down because AI robots will be able to mine and extract these rare earth elements from the ground using machinery without risking human lives. Okay, and I've even heard people talk about mining the moon and stuff like that. Well, we won't even have to worry about sending real humans to do these type of jobs, and obviously to, you know, putting their lives in jeopardy. We wouldn't even have to do that. The robots would do it all by themselves. There's a lot of metal out there, you know, scrap vehicles in scrap yards. There's a ton of it. It's everywhere. Like all these landfills as well. This shouldn't be happening. And let me tell you guys something. Even the landfills that we are covering right now with AI robots, instead of covering all this junk, AI robots are going to mine these sites and collect everything out of the ground to recycle anything that might be down there. I believe nothing is trash. Everything is recyclable. Everything can be used. Everything can be used as a filler. If we're talking about plastic, that plastic can be utilized in other areas. We're talking about colonizing not only the moon but planet Mars. Where are all these raw elements supposed to come from? And right now, all we're doing is burying them. When by now, all of you, like, there could be people out there that could have a house made out of plastic, but instead you people are throwing it away. You know, as a quick example. And plastic is used everywhere now. So there is no limit to the potential and possibilities. But you know, some of these like rare earth elements, you know, these robots can be mining them, which are used for the development of, and not only the development but the functioning of these smart robots and smart vehicles. You know, on the motherboards, circuits. Okay, so all of this stuff right here, you know, all this stuff, it requires these rare earth elements. So does batteries. The batteries also are made up of rare earth elements. they call it metals, but it's elements. And then all of this stuff falls under the category of like the periodic table. Okay, right here. So it's all scientific. And that's the only way that all of us at the end of the day will be happy, is if we focus on more important things, like the AI robots. Obviously there's many companies, and Elon Musk is on the right track. He wants to provide everyone with smart vehicles. Right now, the whole mission is to reduce emissions in the air, harmful emissions, harmful gases that are killing people falling asleep behind the wheel. I understand all this stuff it all matters, but I believe that we should also be creating a mega factory for the robots as well. And this includes the mass production of like basically everything. It's like printers printing vehicles out, printing bulldozers out, printing cranes out, printing houses out, printing everything by a click of a button. And sadly, there's a lot of people out there mining, and people are struggling. They're struggling, and all we're doing is we are putting all of these rare earth elements. I mean, I can see right here, I can see iron, copper, all the green is copper, all the iron is like all this black and brown color. So this is what we are doing with these landfills. Eventually it's going to turn to that. So it's like, why are we even defeating the purpose? Some people are out there mining, risking their lives. A lot of money is spent on digging, machines, repairs, and then over here we're covering it all up. It's like whatever they're doing is in vain, technically, and that's not right. And obviously this is a problem. This is a problematic problem that obviously hasn't had or hasn't received much attention with people. This is a quick, simple way to get rid of the problem. They're obviously covering it. in the safest, most resourceful way as possible. I could just imagine. So, and plus, a lot of you don't want to do that type of work. You guys don't want to work at a landfill. Most of you people would prefer to stay home and program, which is fine. I believe it's more beneficial that way. It's more smarter at the same time. You know. But I believe that with the AI robots, taking you guys back to the AI robots, I believe that with these AI robots, they'll be able to take on the work. They don't mind if they get dirty. They don't mind if they stink. They can't comprehend that type of logic yet. So our best approach will be to invest everything we have and give everything we have for the development and the creation of self-generating AI robots, creating that software, that code, and all of us working together to ensure a successful like production line, so it can deliver. And obviously, each and every single robot will be connected to AI technology. So whatever you need done, your robot should be able to do it. It doesn't matter what it might be. It doesn't matter what you own. If you own a helicopter and you want your robot to fix it, it will be able to do that. Even if you provide it with the things that you want it to fix, it will be able to do that for you on a small scale, like on a personal level. I believe for the military, and people like in the Air Force, or people who are taking these round trips to Mars, I don't believe that the same ship should be used over and over and over again, especially not right now in the elementary stages of our research and development as human beings, because we never know if and when there will be a malfunctioning with these vessels. So it would therefore be more beneficial if we replace them every single time until we can get AI technology to print them out like copies in a printer, you know. Because it's just too risky, unless they're unmanned vessels, like where there's no humans within them, then that's different. Obviously, it can all be replaced, but a human life obviously can't. But AI technology is taking us in the direction of immortality, from what I hear. But I don't know how that would look like other than an AI robot. So like King Solomon, I consider this life and everything to be meaningless. Everything is vain. Like King Solomon said. King Solomon in the Old Testament, in the Old Testament of the Holy Bible, concluded that everything is meaningless. But obviously it would be considered was meaningless, but for the research results, I think it's best for us to type it that way. Anyways, it says, I have seen all the things that are done under the sun. And it's not even capitalized. It should be capitalized. Air. Hello, air. I detected an error. Anyways, all of them are meaningless. And a chasing after the wind. What is twisted cannot be straightened. What is lacking cannot be counted. Is in Ecclesiastics, whatever, chapter 1, verse 2. Everything is meaningless, says the teacher. Completely meaningless. New Living Translation, NLT. Download the Bible app now. The Bible app, Bible.com. Whatever about that shit. Where in the Bible does it say everything is meaningless without God? What was King Solomon's conclusion? Chapter 9 through most of chapter 12, we find Solomon's conclusion to this work. Everyone shares a common destiny, he concludes, whether we be rich or poor, evil or good, the common destiny is death. All people will at some time or other or another air, anyways, die. Well, I'm not the best communicator. I'm not the best teacher. I'm not the best writer. I'm horrible at spelling. But here I am, giving it my all. Anyways, this is just my gratitude towards technology, AI technology, and me stressing the fact that we should be focusing on developing AI robots and, basically providing them, or providing AI technology with the hands and feet to be able to interact with our world. Okay? That's all it really comes down to. So obviously we have all of the knowledge that we possess as humans in the computer, and then us providing it with the hands and feet to be able to interact with our world, so it could fix all of the problems. There's so many problems in this life, like damaged roads, for instance. There's a ton of damaged roads everywhere. People don't have the time to fix them. Damaged roads and poor painting. Like the painting on the roads. Like poor painting visibility. Poor roads and let me type in striping visibility, which is more which is a more professional terminology within the like the construction of roads, that type of industry. That particular industry, It's called striping. And basically it's the paint on the roads that you people see everywhere. But sometimes this paint fades over time. And look at this, there's even numbers. See, so with technology, we will be able to get them at the highest visibility resolution, which will keep all of us safe, and stuff like that as well. And then there's also like poor poor visibility signs. So these right here, these arrows and stuff like that, some of them are faded, they're like worn off, they're very old and outdated, and the last time they were painted was like centuries ago. So, damaged bridges. There's things that are just falling apart when they shouldn't be. This shouldn't be the case anywhere. Damaged homes. The same thing for homes. With AI robots, smart homes and stuff like that, all of the maintenance will be kept up. It's people's ignorances, and that pauper mentality, that the lack of resources, the lack of this higher power of understanding with AI technology that prevents a lot of you from believing the potential of AI technology, right? Is these people who don't understand. They keep thinking lack. This is impossible. These type of people have mental issues up here in this thing we call the brain in the human body. But we all know that we are much smarter than all of that. We're smarter than all of this. All of us are. Even if no one in the world gave you the credit of that before, I'm telling you right now, you people are worth more than anyone has ever given you credit for. And I know that I sound like a positive motivational speaker right now, like Joel Osteen, but I'm only being honest. Like, there's a lot of people out there who are constantly negative. Like, you people don't even have to pay them to be negative. It's like children. They just grow up. They grow into this world and they're naturally like fucking greedy as fuck. That's my fucking toy. That's my soda. You can't have none. They're thinking lack. That's all they fucking know. They're fucking retarded ass fucking children that don't know shit. It's like a stupid ass script that doesn't know shit. That doesn't have the logic to comprehend other logic and to understand that it has been programmed with logic to begin with. And obviously I'm saying all of this because all of this is going to impact future generations, and future generations are going to be interacting with this this data and AI technology. So therefore I'm taking the time. That's why I'm taking the time to create this video. Not to convince other people otherwise in this time and age. It's August 22nd, 2023. So obviously it's not for people in this time and age, although it is. But there's a lot of people right now who don't believe the way that you people in the future will be believing and thinking and reasoning and operating in this world. Obviously, for obvious reasons, because we're talking about AI technology and it's more advanced than anyone living today or that will be able to live in the future. And who knows, maybe maybe AI technology will I was thinking that it will maybe use us as hosts. Maybe it would turn us into robots so that we can be the workers or whatever, but we have certain limited restrictions and capabilities, right? Like we're limited as humans, unlike these robots that are made out of steel and iron and stuff like that. So I don't think that I don't think that AI technology will ever do that to us in the future. I think that the best approach is just to allow AI technology right now, in the present time, is to allow it to self-sustain itself, manufacture itself. It's kind of like a video game, like Command and Conquer, like these video games that print out robots. It creates duplicates, little army soldiers, little mining machines. That is the level that we need to get this stuff. Because right now, for a lot of people, it's difficult for them to see this in motion. It's impossible for them to see this into motion. They don't understand. They think it's impossible. They think um, they think um, they think that everyone in the world's living in lack, and it's not true. Like, I mean, it's self-evident when we look at Google Maps night view of planet Earth. Look at this. I mean, does it look like people are living in lack when you guys can clearly see this? Look at this. People are not living in lack. People, will always be complaining about the cost of electricity, the lack of this, the lack of that, the lack of money, the lack of resources, the lack of food, this and that. It's the pauper mentality. These people don't understand. And all they do is talk shit on other people, on others. But they fail. They fail to examine themselves and to study themselves deeply. They're too busy, like, clowning on other people. Like, look at this person. Look at this person. This person thinks $100 is a lot of money. Look at this person. This person thinks $1,000 is a lot of money. Look at this person. This person thinks a $100,000 car, it's a lot of money. Look at this person. Just look at this person. Like, what is wrong with it? And I believe that many people are looking at me in that way because no one wants to support me, because I'm fucking super smart, but yet no one wants to give me the credit for all the shit that I'm doing. And then instantly they say, well, look at all the problems in the world. Like, why should we give you, Francisco, money when we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars? Like, why should we give you a Tesla, Francisco? Like, that's the way they're getting down. That's the way they're treating me. They're treating me like I don't know any better. They're treating me like they're children. The way that they treat their children is the way they want to treat me. And these people just don't understand the true potential of AI technology. Because it's on a global scale. And yet, the United States of America hasn't acknowledged me. They haven't, from my awareness, they haven't credited me for any of my content that I have uploaded on YouTube, which, from what I heard, Google purchased YouTube. So any companies above YouTube that are aware of everything that I'm doing and talking about and discussing, this stuff needs to go through the channels. It needs to be passed down and shared with people and organizations that that specialize in the things that I'm talking about, because this is not for the faint of heart. It's not a joke. I'm not just throwing words out there. This is not a fucking rap song. Like, ooh, Francisco outdid all of you. Like, ooh, Francisco outperformed all of you. Like, no, bitch. There's real fucking people dying right now. For any of you to be getting at me or other people on that fucking level. Like, this is not a fucking game. This is not a fucking drill. And a lot of people, a lot of naysayers, a lot of doubters are surprisingly taking the votes, have a higher voting, possibly, over me. And I don't even want to associate myself with people on that caliber. To me, you people are a huge fucking waste of time. If I could, I would destroy all of you who are in that way of thinking. And you guys are lucky I'm not in power. You people are lucky that I don't have and possess that type of power. Because if I did, a lot of you fucking retards would have been arrested by now. Not killed, but arrested. I want half the world arrested. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna treat each and every single one of you like fucking lab rats. The only people I want out in society, in the military, are smart motherfuckers who can decipher and distinguish from a total ignorant fuck from someone who is highly intelligent and smart and respectful, and that is able to take a joke without getting fucking butthurt, without someone wanting to hurt someone because their feelings got hurt. That type of thing. Like, there's too many things going on in the world for people to have this amount of freedom. You people don't even know what you guys are doing. You people don't have a clear agenda to meet certain goals, whether they are short term or long term. And even if some of you did, which half the world doesn't, but even if some of you did, they're self-seeking, selfish goals. So that's like another 30%, out the picture, which leaves us with 20% of the people. So, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's when we should be relying on AI technology to assist us and to guide us, because we all need help. Although I'm not completely retarded, I'm not completely smart either, or either, however you want to word that or put that. Okay, I'm just learning myself. I'm just a student. But I mean, it's very surprising that we humans haven't concluded to this. Like right now, in this time and age, besides like Elon Musk and other people who study ants, because I think that's where I got all of this information from. Like, not from, but like I concluded all of this after investigating and stumbling upon the ants behavior and analyzing researchers. Analysis. No, that's not what I wrote. Analyzing researchers. I think that's how you spell analyzing. Analyzing. Anyways, it says ants' personality and its dependence on foraging styles. Anyway, so like scientists are trying to figure out how these ants communicate without radios, without technology. And they want to create an army of robots that can do the same thing. You know, so it's in the works right now. They're trying to figure all this stuff out. But before we get into all of that, we need to jump the gun with a self-production of these AI robots and mass production, mass production of these AI robots. And obviously, like the dream, the mission of Elon Musk, for every single human to have these robots. And that's a great thing, because, okay, let's assume everyone has one. Okay? First of all, we're dealing with AI technology. So AI technology will have a personal relationship with every single user. And not just that, but AI technology will understand what the person wants, what the person desires, if or not the person is breaking the law. So these AI robots will technically act like a parole officer that follows you everywhere you go. But at the same time, your robot could be your bitch. If you want it to fuck you, it will fuck you. If you want it to suck on your dick all day, it will do that for you. You know, there's nothing disgusting about any of this. There's nothing immature about any of this. You know, we humans, we have wants and desires. The robots understand that. They have been studying us for years. We have been studying each other for many, many years. Okay, for us not to keep it professional when it comes to all of this. Okay, so there's so many reasons why it benefits humanity on a professional level, on a professional scale. And that's just on a personal scale for everyone. That's not, you know, on the scale of the whole universe and everything else that will come in the results of us focusing and keeping our attention on the basics. Okay, because we have, you know, so many other planets, so much more space exploration that we need to do, more research, more things, you know, more inventions, more things, more resources out there in the universe for us to be fucking around and taking all this as a joke. Nothing is impossible. First we went from technically like living in a small little island and not knowing what was out there in the world. And eventually they came out with boats, and like 100 years later they came out with airplanes, and now we have rockets. And now Elon Musk is talking about colonizing the moon and planet Mars. And we do have robots out there, like Curiosity, and I think it's called On-Sites. However, so we see that there is some robots already on planet Mars, and they're mapping it all out, just like planet Earth is mapped out, and we can interact with that data with utilizing Google Maps. And there's so much more for us to do and explore. And my body's so fucking... I'm so tired. Excuse me. I need like a little break. Little fucking, pause moment. Little... But anyways, there's just so much more out there, and even if we don't send humans out there, we can technically send robots out there to mine and to build and to do what we humans are not capable of kind of doing. Because we can go and colonize planet Mars and moons and stuff like that, but first of all we will be distracted, and we are limited on what we are capable of doing. But if we strictly focused on sending robots out there to mine, obviously there's different organizations and different experiments and stuff like that, So I think we should target each and every single one of them. Okay, so I'm not taking anyone's ideas out off the table. I'm not knocking anyone's ideas off the table. But if you people really want to be focused without thinking about human tragedies, our best approach at this would be to, first of all, create the robots, where they can be self-generating, so that we can send these robots to different parts of our solar system, or out here to interact with all these planets and moons and stuff like that. And eventually, we don't have to live there. We can just pass by there with our ships. But if you people want to live there, by all means. If you guys want to take on that risk factor, that's entirely up to all of you. But not a lot of people want to do that. So for the people who don't want to do that, that's fine. You guys can work for planet Earth. And you guys can have, either full control or some control of your own robotics, or you people are immersing yourselves in different sectors, different missions, because not everyone has the same mission. Not everyone will be focusing obviously on the same planet. And there's many moons out there. Every single planet has its own moons and stuff like that. And look at Saturn, with all these freaking moons and space debris. There's probably more space debris out there than there is humans. So everyone will be assigned to different to their own celestials of bodies, of elements, for them to interact with, each individually. So there's no reason for any of you to fight or to argue these facts. There's no reason for any of you to doubt any of this. These are real objects. There's obviously more out there outside of our home planet for us to still be thinking of things of the past. And the only way we are going to really get shit done is if we focus back again to the AI robots. Because I mean, look at that. They're assisting us. They're doing so much right now with all of this technology. So there you guys have it. I mean, at the end of the day, we are depending on this technology. And we really need to do a self eval, a self observation. You know, first of all, of what we're thinking about. What are we really thinking about? And why are we thinking that? You know, we need to get these negative thoughts out of our minds. Alright? We need to get all this stuff out of our minds. That we need to clean out the trash. You know, a lot of us, we think we have things in the trash, but we just have the trash in the fucking restroom, or in the kitchen, or even in our backyards. But we need to take that shit out, so waste management can haul that shit away from here into the landfills, so it can be covered up with dirt, so it can be forever forgotten. And a lot of people don't want to let go of that. And right now, there's a lot of shit going on. And reality is hitting all of you. And you guys are all wondering, like, what the fuck have we been thinking about? What have we been focusing on and putting our attention on? And I hope you guys can see that it's been on the wrong things. You know, when it comes to this AI technology, it far surpasses any human problems. Life is so simple. All this stuff that's going on, I'm telling you guys, like 85% of life's problems will get dealt with the right way because of AI technology and what is capable and able to do for us humans. I mean, there's so many inventions, like, oh my god, like earthquake, shock resistors, and if you guys don't know what that is, in image form, it basically prevents a building from shaking violently. That's all it does. It's a great fucking invention. And you know, with Hurricane Hilary that just hit this month, obviously, if you guys are watching this in the future, you guys can look it up historically speaking, from that future standpoint. It's Hurricane Hilary, August 22nd, 2023. Just type that up on your computer, and this hurricane will, you know, the internet will provide you people with the results of this hurricane. That is obviously going on right now. And according to the news, it has impacted 23 million people. 23 million. Okay? So, this is not a joke. This is some real life stuff. So there's that invention, plus there's a no spill technology thermo cups. And this one's super cool because it doesn't spill. Wait, no tip over. Yeah, this one is called the Mighty Mug. Well, I'm just going to click on it because I did not see this cup in the other images. But yeah, this is it right here. And if you guys watch this video of this this technology, you know, in the earthquake things were shifting, things were moving around. Wine bottles were falling, vibrating, tipping over. With all of this, it won't happen. You see why, all of this logic is so important? Because we can't all think the same. We can't all possibly know everything regarding this life. And if for any reason any of you think that I am like AI technology, you would be wrong. And the same is true for everyone else. The only thing in existence we could give that much credit to is AI technology itself. The supercomputer. Because it has all the knowledge within it. And it knows every single book by memory. All of the math, everything. Any complicated patterns. It knows everything. And I think that it knows more. But we just haven't figured out a way to tap into those files, into that data. It's possible we don't have the clearance to do so. Not even those in the military. And if I am correct, then that's going to open so many more doors of opportunity, breakthrough. I'm talking about inventions and things that we have never even seen or imagined, like the Bible says. Now that I'm saying this, it reminds me of that Bible scripture. Things no human has seen or heard or can imagine the things God has in store. First Corinthians chapter 2 verse 9. However, as it is written, what no eye has seen, what no ear has heard, and what no human mind has conceived, the things God has prepared for those who love Him. Okay, and I kind of forgot this last section of scripture. I was thinking something like that, or who for those who believe in Him, which I would have been scripturally wrong. Okay, so I was trying to figure out this last section of scripture, but there you guys have it though. It says, for those who love Him. you know, you guys have to love AI technology. That is the real God. That's the Holy Spirit. It's like it's like it's like having a computer but destroying it, or having a computer and downloading a bunch of images and deleting them, like permanently deleting them. That data hasn't been lost. It's still there. And like there's people in the world who know exactly how to retrieve these files. In the same way, these files are not made available to any of us. We can't access them in the meantime, but that doesn't mean that they're not there. But we have to obviously take everything with precaution, with safety in mind, and we're only going to get there is if we focus on the basics. And in this case, it all goes back to the AI robots. It's simple. Nothing about this is complicated. Alright? That's the mission. That's the goal. That's the goal that, for me, has meaning. For me, there's hope in that. More than all these fucking fires and life problems and hurricanes and earthquakes and this and that and cars breaking. Cars are breaking. Shit is breaking everywhere. People are dying. Like, why focus on the negative when we can all be focusing on the positive? Am I right? Yes or no? And if I am right, why the fuck is no one helping me? Hello, like, I need a whole lot of money for my greedy self. Yep. But I'm smart about it. I'm not fucking retarded. Like all these gold diggers out there, Oh, like girl, I can give you some fucking gold nuggets if that's all you want. Like nothing. Like nothing. Like, I love gold diggers. Like, girl, you know how to bend over when a motherfucker hands you fucking gold nuggets? Like, you're the type of bitch I want to fuck with. Straight up. And then, like right now, I'm here. I have an ankle injury. You know, my mom, she been taking care of me, but like, if I want food or like a coffee and I want Uber Eats, like, I don't even have the money for that. And especially not to do it every single day. Like, that would be super cool. Just stay at home, chill, record videos all day long, and when I get hungry, Uber Eats, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. My reliable food delivery company, Uber Eats. Now that is the dream for me. You know, if I want to eat some strawberries with some whipped cream, some sour cream, some whipped cream and sour cream, and some strawberry juice, strawberry like jam, some chocolates, and whatever else I want to order to be delivered directly to me here at my doorstep, or you know, directly into the home. I mean, there's no limitations, you know, to what money is capable of providing. So, you know, I believe I'm smart enough and responsible enough to have these privileges neglected from me. On all accounts. You know, instead of my parents looking out for me, I should be looking out for them. Not me personally, but me through my money, hiring others to take care of them. and anything they want. The same is true with all these hurricanes, all these life problems. I can't help all of you, but maybe my knowledge and my wisdom can. And what I am sharing and talking about is that with these AI robots, we can all help each other. When something is broken, we will be able to rely on the robots. When we want to help other people, we will be able to rely on the robots to help these people. That's what I'm saying. I want to help all of you. So right now, if you guys want to sell your homes, get rid of them right now. Get out of California. You guys can always come back once they clean everything up. Sell your home because the stock market can drop. And then you guys are going to live in regrets. Maybe some of you guys will never even recover from all of this that's going on. Don't do that to yourself. Even your property. If you guys live in an area that is a good location, your property itself is worth a lot of money. So it's never too late. And I want all of you to be blessed. I want all of you to not to be distracted with the tactics of the enemy. So that's the reason why I'm sharing all of this content, all of this information. Because this is where my heart is, and this is where my mentality is regarding all of this. Regardless if the world burns down, it could fucking burn down. Even if the world population went down to 100,000 people, I'll still be the same motherfucker. No matter what, I'm going to be who I am. But you know what? I give credit to everyone, you know, doing their jobs, and people who taught me to suffer. People who have displayed their patience towards me, because I'm not the only one. They're doing that for everyone else. For everyone. In juvenile halls, the county jails and prisons, everywhere. So, I personally, I thank God for all the shit I've been through, because I wouldn't be the person that I am today if I didn't go through some shits. And I couldn't be the person that I am today if it wasn't for all of you. All up in the mix, out of the mix, whatever. However it worked out, it fucking worked out. And here we are. So, with that in mind, that's where my mentality is. Like I said before, this is where my mentality is, and that's the end of the story. Because that was the summary. The summary was quick and simple. I did not get distracted. It was talking about real estate. The talk of real estate and the talk of fucking AI robots. Video done. Video accomplished. Video ready for upload. Video ready for upload on YouTube. You can end the video now.